unbeknownst to me, the year is over. And I'll go over that in a second. I just wanted to go over some records that were accomplished here. It's like Tom Brady is continuing his legacy of destroying everybody in the league with his overall numbers. Yep. He even had like 47 touchdown passes this year. But interestingly enough, Baker Mayfield and Patrick Mahomes each had 46 touchdowns, so he didn't like dominate that category. Rushing yards, Miles Sanders destroyed everybody else and set the NFL record with 2,723 yards rushing. That would actually be something to behold. Rushing touchdowns, we weren't able to set this record, but we had 24 rushing touchdowns on the season. Receiving yards, we were nowhere near anybody. Receiving touchdowns, same exact thing. We're nowhere near anybody. Aaron Donald set the record for the Rams for most sacks in the season, beating Mark Gastineau and Strahan. So that was pretty cool. Defensive interceptions. Slay had 18 interceptions this year, which is absolutely amazing. It was just an absolutely amazing year. The ball seemed to like fall in his hands like every time. And he like made so many incredible diving catches for interceptions. It was just unbelievable. So that was that. Just for note, individual game. Passing TD still, it's, what the heck? There you go, there's Nick Foles and his 7. Nobody was able to accomplish that this year. Rushing yards in a game, Miles Sanders has the number 1 and 2 spot in this category now, with 312 and 304 yards. Rushing TDs in a game, Miles Sanders did that. He got 6 in a game. So, and let's see, man, there's some impressive numbers. And you have passing receptions of 300 yards on your own. That's really impressive. So, what's the record for sacks, let's say, in a game? Brandon Graham, I think, had 5 in that last game. Didn't include him on this list, but I imagine there's a certain length on the list you can have, and so he would have needed 6 to get that list. But fact is that we all know and everything what he had, so it's all good. Like I said, unfortunately, it ends today. I mean, we're not in the playoffs. Somehow Green Bay got in. I don't understand it. The last 2 weeks, it had us, the Eagles, as the number 7 seed. And, I mean, we not only won, we dominated the last 2 weeks. But for some reason, Green Bay gets that last spot now. Nothing's changed except they played divisional opponents and we played divisional opponents. So, and we won our games and they won their games. How it winded up that they got the thing, and it's like even when I look at the standings, it still doesn't make sense to me. Because if you look at it, here's the Packers. They had a plus minus of 47. And we had a plus minus of, I think it's 49, our plus minus was. So we had a better plus minus than they did. Same amount of home wins, same amount of road wins. We had a better division record than they did. And the NFC record was the exact same. So there was no difference there. And obviously the AFC record was the exact same. I just don't... I don't get why we're not in the playoffs and they're in. I mean, I don't believe we played them this year. I don't remember playing the Packers this year. Yeah, we didn't play the Packers this year. So it's like if we would have played them, definitely would have remembered it. And this is what drives me crazy. It's like this game against Washington that we lost. If we would have won this game, that was the difference, actually, because we would have won this and we would have had one more win than them. But you can see here we had 7 turnovers that game. This is the one game that did not broadcast. For some reason, it did not save when we did the broadcast. They were able to take advantage of our turnovers. Yeah. Flacco had 4 interceptions in that game. It's like Johnson had fumbled fumbled the ball, because I needed to have him in the game because Sanders got hurt during the game. It was a real mess. And it's just, yeah. It was just one of those kind of games where it didn't work out, so that's what cost us the season, pretty much. And it's just very disappointing, and I feel bad and everything because it's like I was under the assumption that we were going to make it and continue. See here, the offense coordinator for the Lions was fired. Head coach John Gruden was fired, along with the offense and defensive coordinator. Seahawks offense coordinator was fired. Head coach of Cincinnati was fired. Joe Judge of the Giants was fired, as well as the offense and defensive coordinator. The defensive coordinator of the Jaguars was fired. So there's some moves so far. And yeah, they've decided to extend my contract. I get to acknowledge that, which really means nothing because we're not playing next year. So the only thing I'm doing is I'm going to walk us through what happens in the postseason here. So the Buccaneers beat the Green Bay Packers. The Panthers beat the Cowboys. And the 49ers beat the Bears. On the other side, Cleveland beat the Bolts. Tennessee beat the Patriots. And Baltimore beat the Colts. The Panthers upset the Rams to advance, and the Tampa Bay advanced over San Francisco. In AFC, the Chiefs beat the Titans, and Baltimore beats Cleveland. So that's very interesting. So the next game will be Conference Championship. Let's see what happens here. What's going on with the staff here? They just want me to spend my staff points. I really don't care. The Chiefs beat the Baltimore Ravens 31-28, and Tampa Bay beat Carolina. So we got a rematch of last year's Super Bowl. So that's very interesting. Viewing the Pro Bowl roster. Sam Darnold, Matthew Stafford, and Garoppolo. Got Sanders as the number one running back. He should be. Wow. And Kelsey is the starting center. Fletcher Cox is in there. And Slay gets in there because it's with that interception record, there's no reason he shouldn't be on there. Hey, Rager gets in there as a kick returner. That's a good thing. So he did make the roster. That's a nice thing. Okay, I got a trophy for something. And let's see who wins the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl winner is the Kansas City Chiefs. They beat Tampa Bay Buccaneers 31-26 to win it all. A linebacker gets to be the MVP. Miles Sanders is the NFL MVP. Matt Rule of the Panthers is the Coach of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year, again, Miles Sanders. Defensive Player of the Year for the Eagles is Darius Slay. Justin Field of the Bears is the Rookie of the Year. And Defensive Rookie of the Year is for the Cardinals, Collins. That's pretty cool. That is a good honor, and we did really good, so I'm like really happy about that. So that's basically it. Again, I'm not doing anything else with this franchise mode. I'm waiting for the update to be able to play more Madden. So that's basically going to be it for a little bit for Madden. I'll be concentrating on some other games for the next couple weeks, just to kill the time. So expect more on my channel with that. But again, I apologize. I assumed that since it had me in that spot, that I would basically be guaranteed to clinch that playoff spot. So anyway, until next time. This is David B69. I'm out.